Go Bucks, man. It's my alma mater.
I was like, is this a trick?
Possible. Welcome you to Porch Talk. This is your host, Alan. We're here at Al Spirits and Music backwards today. Usually I'll have the guest play a 3-song set and then we'll do the interview. But we just sat down and listened to the entire new album that's coming out on the 21st. I had the StiffTones, Rachel and Sean.
Hello, everyone.
But I wanted to go off the cuff right now, just walk away, take away from that record, man. Great job.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Alan. Appreciate that, man.
Congratulations. I know it's been a long time coming.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
So, man, tell me a little bit about just how it was born and how it developed into what it is now.
All right, well, the title of it is Existentialism on Main Street, Folly Adieu. It was born in a little Midwestern town like Greenville, Marlboro Grove, Smithboro, Pocahontas, Bond County, at large, agricultural area in southwest Illinois, I'm sorry. And so the album starts off with Midwestern Time, which is the mise-en-scene of kind of the album where it all started. Where Rachel and I largely lived our adult lives, raising children before we met each other. And then we met each other in said little, country town and at an open mic, and we got together and started playing and singing, and got rid of our kids.
Well, that took a while.
That took a while. That was a long process. So that's kind of where it started, and we've been running around the country. Started with a Porch Talk, I guess, initially with a phone call. We were in Nashville initially, and then coming down to Kennedy, Alabama for the original Porch.
Ever had a crawfish bowl?
Yes, indeed. Boy, that was delicious. Yes.
Was it the first year or was it the second year we did that?
We'll say it's the first.
It might have been.
I'm trying to remember because then we had the food truck the next year.
Yeah, year 2 was food truck. Yeah, 2 and 3 we had those food trucks.
Food trucks, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I thought was the most ridiculous thing. But
I mean, it could be cool. I mean, it's done places, it can work. But when you're first starting anything, it always takes a little bit of time to work out all the
Kinks.
kinks.
Yeah. That's true. So we
I guess it'd be kind of like a segue into the same with the album. I mean, it's taken us a long time, but it's because we had no idea what we were doing, and and so we had to learn how to do it and trial by fire. So most of the songs were partially written before Sean and I met, and then but we spent the last 14 years building them together, and then the last 5 years road testing them and really letting them kind of create their own presence.
And then we had of course, the pesky task of trying to teach ourselves to be engineers, because we've recorded a couple of these songs at different points, but we were kind of we didn't get the results we were looking for because we weren't shooting in the direction of the results we were trying to get, I guess, maybe, if that makes sense. We were just kind of stabbing around in the dark, feeling around, trying to figure it out. So then we had to kind of figure that stuff out, and how to produce our own stuff and sing vocals, all that kind of stuff. So it took us quite a while.
Well, you hear in your head what you want it to sound like, and then you go to the microphone and you record it, and it's like, well, that's not how I heard it.
Well, and not only that, and I mean, not to give too much away, I highly encourage people to. Did y'all got like QR codes or anything? Did y'all give out last night for like a early release?
No. We haven't done it. We haven't even actually mentioned it yet. I mean, like a few close friends and stuff know that it's done and it's been out there, but we haven't made anything like public yet. I think it's just it's still so like we're done and just like waiting for accept the fact that it's done. So like it or not, it will be released through DistroKid on September 21st digitally. There's no hard copies or anything like that, but you'll be able to find it on Spotify and Amazon and iTunes. And we'll do a Bandcamp thing. We'll have a release, make it available.
But we
on
would
Bandcamp.
certainly like to make hard copies, but with the, being a traveling band,
Well, our favorite band and two of our favorite bands, and partially the inspiration for Sean and I even being together, Cracker and Camper Van Beethoven, are having their annual camp out again this year. So David and Johnny are the founding members of Cracker, and their birthday's September 11, 10, one of those.
one of those days.
Yeah, but I'm not that creepy. I'm just a little creepy. But anyway, they have a party for their birthday. They have they play a set for their birthday. So they did camp out for years, and they did the last one in 2019. And we went to that, and they're doing another one this year in Pioneer Town. And so it was like, oh man, we want to go. But it's a long way to get to California, Southern California. And there's a lot of empty real estate in between here and there. So we had to really make some choices about whether or not we wanted to go.
So we really decided we really, really wanted to go. So we're going to digitally release the album, and so instead of
water pump tires and oil change and all of that stuff trumped making CDs.
Yes.
And because we have to anyway, if we want to stay on the road, we want time to keep going.
We like to perhaps try to crowdsource if there's a demand for CDs or vinyl.
Wouldn't that be sweet? From your lips to God's ears, let
we will. We will definitely love to print them.
We designed the album art together. Sean kind of came up with the concept, and then I drew it, and so there's a lot of personal touches. I think this is probably as close to as a child that Sean and I could have together.
True.
First child. Second one should go much easier.
That's good. And just back to the album just for a second is On a Whim, and something else I liked about the recording. There's a train. Let me stick my phone out of the window and record it. And not only you just captured that town. Well, this is what it sounds like. Like, hell, y'all been down to Bluefront Cafe.
Yes. Well,
I mean, how many?
I have met Mr. Jimmy Duck Holmes.
How many of Jimmy's songs just mention a train?
A few. I'll tell you, funny story about meeting him. I said, "You're Mr. Jimmy Duck Holmes." He said, "Don't mean nothing to me." I said, "Oh." I said, "Ooh, it's real. It's real as shit." Man, but yeah. It's quintessential from where we're from. There's lots of abandoned coal mines. Like coal mining still is a bit of a industry there, but not like it was. Of course, agricultural, hauling lots of grain and all that. So trains are always, you can hear them in the distance somewhere.
And in addition to that, on the song These Times, the air raid siren that you hear in that is also this siren, the tornado siren, the air raid siren from our town. And that too, it was December of last year. We were trying to finish up recording it because we wanted to release it as a single on whatever day that is, Leap Day. And and I happened to be sitting out there. It's 10 o'clock. It's the first Tuesday of the month, and the siren goes off. And so I
finally got
stuck the phone out the window and recorded.
So we've actually recorded several. Like Midwestern Town has the train, and it, These Times has the siren, and some of those tracks were actually recorded in Tanya, the hearse herself. So this album is notably partially recorded in her
They've
house.
also been recorded in my mom's attic and in my dad's woodshed and a cave in South Dakota, and
we have a couple tracks that were recorded in the studio, but mostly
and tracks recorded in Southern California.
Mostly just kind of hodgepodge all over the country.
And then we have lots of our friends on it as well.
Yeah.
Lots of friends involved.
Include as many of our friends as we could kind of back on there.
That's going to be kind of our modus operandi
Yeah.
for the next one, even to try to include people that we know and that we enjoy.
Well, just give people a little bit better idea of y'all's background and story. It's the first time that we've had a camera. When y'all look at it, we're getting fancy out here, but
I know, I'm trying to forget it's
I'm
there.
looking worse than ever.
And,
that's fantastic.
And so it may be somebody's first time, like getting to know y'all. Is just the way I describe it when people are coming to town. It's like there's gonna be a hearse. And what I said, they country in a hearse. They're traveling bards. That's what they do. They gave up everything to chase this dream, and share as much as you'd like to, but it's getting to a point to where the harassment and just shakedowns is getting so much to where
Yeah,
y'all are thinking about changing.
yeah.
No, I'm not thinking about changing. I'm going to rail as hard as I
I
can for
will
as long
too,
as I
yeah, as
can.
long as I
I'll tell you
can,
that.
I will
But
tell you that.
but it's definitely something that we have to consider, and it's a new, I mean, it's always been kind of a concern in our head. You always worry about getting, run off or, being poorly welcomed somewhere. But, with the current climb of things and homelessness being like, we don't consider ourselves homeless, but we are definitely unhoused. And,
Partially, but it's also, but there's also that thing where if we're going to talk about that, we also have to say that not all unhoused or homeless.
as I say,
or whatever
not
you
all
wanna call them,
unhoused
I don't
people,
care. Prefer
need an
nomenclatures or whatever,
intervention.
but not all of those folks are actually really actually looking to be in a square house. And I know it sounds very strange to say it that
I mean,
way. but
I know I don't have the answers.
Yeah.
I know enough to know I don't
we're
have.
largely feral. We live in
Um,
Tanya, and so
But I do
you're kind of hard pressed to
appreciate-
get me to come in at night.
Yeah.
I'm like a feral cat, or a dog or something. Like, no, I'm good out here, guys. Just give me a little food and I'll stay out in the stars. But it's it's a
I was
choice,
a nurse
so,
for 18 years. In addition to that, I mean, I lived inside a concrete box during that time, and I know I go back to it a lot. But I spent 12 hours a day, 6 days a week in a concrete box, listening to other people talk about their lives, being a part of their lives, and so to now be on the other side of it and have this weird freedom where I am the master of my own calendar.
the good, the bad, and
Yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I mean, I'm responsible for myself, and it's we set out on this with one mission, and it's morphed and morphed and morphed and morphed. I mean, the mission, I guess, is still the same, but I think that I've gotten back more than I've expected to.
Certainly.
Actually, I was really touched by the album and the production of it. Great job on that, but
Thank you.
also just tip of the hat to really how I think about y'all. It's like traveling and playing and doing what you did. You did a good job of like capturing like the essence of what it means
Thank
to be
you.
a traveling bard.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
That's
Appreciate that.
thank you.
And it is an art in itself, and it's just different. It's no like, I've been fortunate enough to go to other countries and be around like different, not against it, not for it, but gypsy culture and stuff like that. I mean, it's all
Fascinating.
very fascinating.
Completely fascinating.
So, I mean, I couldn't, like you said, the good, the bad, the ugly. It's like, whether great, whether bad, here we are.
Yeah, well, when I lived my 9 to 5 life, that's what we call it now, I suffered from depression and angsty and anxiety and all of the things that, I thought was because of my situation, that if I changed my situation, that those things would go away. And so I changed my situation, and they did go away because I didn't have those ones anymore. I had new ones. And so I still had to wade through the depression and the anxiety and all the other things just in a new situation. And so, learning that perspective really is a thing, and you can make it as good or as bad as you want to. And there's been many days when we could look at our situation as completely dire, but fortunately we have great friends and support, and they always give us a little up and helps us change our.
That's been the best part. I just want to throw this in there. The best part of the whole adventure,
How
it's
good
really-
it feels to walk up and see you, like
it's,
that.
There's the whole bit where it feels really great to be a Goonie and go on your bike ride
Yeah.
and set off on the adventure. I mean, it does. Stand by me. You guys want to see a dead body? Like, man, let's go. And that's kind of the bit, But the best part about it is, in fairness, all the friends. Like, when I say friends, I mean family level friends that we've made all around the country.
Well,
from all
it's
walks of
a
life.
certain style of people. It's a genre of people to me. It's there are those who get it, and there are those who just can't understand it.
True about everything.
Yeah,
Myself included.
but I mean, I think that's why, like, same with y'all. I consider y'all friends / family, and
Agreed, Alan.
in the way that like whenever y'all come to town, it's kind of that feeling. Really, here's a brand new chapter. Here's a brand new saga. Like, well, it must be getting that time of the year,
Must be April.
Yeah.
Right?
April or October. That's usually.
Uh-huh.
We've been full enough to come down here in August twice now. I
Oh,
think.
man.
But it's always nice to have y'all around.
Thank you.
I gotta say, I just want to give props to you and the community that you have grown and that you have introduced us to, and watching even Munson and Brothers and seeing how it's branched out and it's grown, and it's just that it brings us so much joy to come back to places that we have been to and to see it, growing and thriving. And
You'll see us kind
the
of
human
change a little bit with
experience.
time, and we get to see the same. It's really, really awesome.
This is a pretty big change.
Dude,
This
I
is
know.
huge.
I was like,
This is
I told her, I was
awesome.
like, "Hey, do you believe that Atlas bought a liquor store?"
It's been a fun venture, man. And like right when I mean, that's why it's Al Spirits and Music. I knew the moment I started that LLC, I was like, music's gonna get incorporated.
Yeah,
here
you
somehow.
knew what you're doing. Yeah.
And like can't legally be open on Sunday, close on Sunday.
You know,
It's a
right?
music series.
I mean, I can break it.
And it's a perfect excuse to have friends traveling through, be like, hey, I got room on the calendar. Come on in.
It's great.
And because I'm considering changing Porch Fest a little bit. Like with this and it being so frequent on the music side of things, like we're practically doing Porch Fest every Sunday, just one artist at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have these podcasts, the interview versions, where, like, if you want the other side of the tape, here it is,
Mm-hmm.
along with the music.
Yeah.
And I don't really see the need for Porch Fest, but then I think about it, and I was like, I think if I was going to change,
I think
I would dial it back. I would dial it back to maybe a day, and just go light, and just like, hey, it's Porch Fest this year. We decided to dial everything back. Cause this past one, it was, and I probably didn't have enough help, but it was a little
Herding cats.
Yeah.
It was a lot of work,
Yeah.
It looked like it. Mm-hmm.
and lost my cool a few times, and I was like, I remember sitting right next to Webb or John. Hell, it might have been both of them, and I said, I'll do this again, man. But I was like, if we do it this big again, I'm not going to be able to go. I can't attend my own festival.
Yeah.
This is going to kill me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's.
I understand that, certainly. Yeah, it was pretty big. It's been getting bigger and bigger, and it's pretty big now.
I think it's probably gotten big enough that you probably would be able to get more help from people. I know, like even just yesterday at Munson's, everybody's talking about it. I mean, it's something that everybody talks about all year long and kind of looks forward to it. And I think I know that we're all aware that it's a lot of work, but to know that, hey, this could go away if we don't, maybe do it a little. I think
get some teamwork going.
It does. It's
wave
like,
the flag. We'll come running.
It's like anything else, man. It's I try to make things as easy and painless as possible, but that usually makes it. I try to make it easier on everybody else, and I load myself up too much.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But everybody wants to be part of something, and if people like to have a role, and they like to have a purpose, and so, we as people pleasers and doers, we always want to take on, but it also is pleasing to people to give them something to do.
Sure.
So if there's something that we could do to help be able to make sure that it gets to continue, please tap us.
I'm just trying to figure it out. Taking this on takes a lot out of me too.
Oh,
It does.
She has her
does.
running
So-
business, a serious business.
I'm just trying to find the balance.
Yeah. Well, you got to do whatever you have to do for you ultimately, and so
Then there's
we'll
a
support you in whatever you just.
And then there's the possibility of, I love doing it at Munson Brothers. Love it there. But this town don't even have a festival. Why can't it be the town's thing? So they just elected a new mayor. And I'm curious.
Alan's gonna be the mayor.
Yeah.
One of these days, you're gonna be the mayor. I think.
But I think there's an opportunity for change in a positive direction, in my opinion. I could be wrong.
There's always an opportunity for change in a positive direction.
Like anytime, like I love like local politics because things do change.
And that's where the most important part is.
Yeah.
That's where politics really happens. That's where, we can all argue about the president of the United States, but he doesn't know your name. He's not going to be the one to come and kick your door in when you stop paying your taxes, and he's not the one to show up at your schools. It's your neighbors. It's the people, the guy that owns the liquor store, the people that are going to church on Sundays, and those are the people that are affecting your daily lives. That's who you should know. Who's on your city council, and are they representing you? And so I totally agree. Local change is where it's at.
Yeah. And so, like, big change around here. Big change in the neighboring town. They're the only town left in this county that hasn't gone wet. When they win, if they do, that makes the county officially wet. Then I could build me a back patio. And it could be, because my license, this is a lounge. By the state, it's legal. If I wanted to build a bar, you could come in here and I could serve you a beer.
That's what's up.
But not in this town.
Gotcha. It's indeed. We were from a town just like that.
Yeah, we're from, our town has been undergoing that whenever we were
just like
children. It was a dry town. It was a dry town up until just the last couple decades.
Which is also wild, because historically the first business in our hometown
was a bar.
Just, times change and we change again, This is what it is.
Yeah. Well, what have y'all, we've been learning lately on the road? What's something life's been kind of teaching you?
Humility. Humble. Be humble. What else?
Respecting yourself and others.
Yeah.
I mean, really, and respecting everybody's right to an opinion. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. You can share it if you want to, but it's yours, and you can't expect anybody else to pick it up. That's what I learned. I'm extremely opinionated.
We were in South Dakota. Fat Boys. We were at Fat Boys in South Dakota, I believe. And an indigenous lady, one of the Oglala Sioux ladies there, came in, and we were chatting, and she said that she has a slang. There's some sort of slang that they use whenever they say, whenever you talk to someone about it, and they're like, well, I don't know if I agree, or if I don't really agree or disagree. I really just, I don't have an opinion on that, or I don't know enough about it to make it a. So what they say is at Wawa. So whenever somebody says, oh, this, and you're like, I don't know if I agree with that or not, I'm just gonna kind of abstain an opinion, you'd say Adwawa, which is like Oglala slang for that's one of the things I learned on the road.
Got a bit low then, huh?
No, I've been using that a lot. Especially lately, somebody say something like Adwawa. What'd you say? I don't know. Just walk away.
I don't know if it's old, if I'm getting older or what it is, but man, I've been kind of having to learn that too. I think the older I get, the more irritable I'm becoming, and like there'll be some conversations that get started, and I was like, not touching it.
Nope. I get that grumpy old man
syndrome. Not me. I'll jump right in. You want to have a conversation? We'll have that conversation. Let's have it. I'm willing to have it. But again, it's my opinion. That's your opinion, and we might not agree. But as long as you keep your opinion and I keep mine, and I'm going to keep we'll go about my business, and you go about yours. That's my personal. I like my freedoms, and so therefore I have to respect you to have yours.
Well, we got the album dropping on September 21st. Is there anything? 2-3 weeks out from now, practically.
Yeah.
Any particular reason on the date?
Yes, actually. So the magician, anybody that knows us knows that the magician is a very important person in our world. And I don't usually cry that he's gone, because I don't feel like he's gone.
You're an asshole.
I know, I can't help it. It just came out of nowhere. But anyway, he passed over in March on the equinox, on March 20th. Alien abduction day, nonetheless. And so we are having a celebration, an Exodus celebratorium for him in Brunswick, Georgia on September 20th, and which is, the equinox as well. So the day after, we're marking that by releasing our album, because Richard was been a part of it with us from practically the beginning, and he was the guy that we would send like scratch tracks to, and what do you think about this, and are you seeing the direction, are you feeling it? And most of the time we didn't actually need anything from him other than for just him to do exactly what he did, which was just listen and tell us that he loved us and keep going. And so that's why. And this 21st, the 21st is his birthday, is also his daughter's birthday day, and one of my daughter's birthday day, and so it was a good number.
Right on. I was just curious. I felt like the date had a little.
It did, and we've been kind of like, and that was where the making of the CDs, and we could have waited so that we could make physical copies to have them, at the same time you do the release, but then that would push it off for several more months, and we really wanted it to kind of be tied to something meaningful with Richard, so that's where we're hard and fast on that date.
Travel's coming up. Plans. What you got on the calendar?
So on Tuesday, we're going to be at the Church Studio in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That was where Leon Russell founded Shelter Records. And
Thanks to the magician.
Thanks to the magician introduced us to Leon Russell.
He's like, hey kids, you ever heard of Leon Russell? I said, no.
Check this out.
Check this out.
Yeah.
And played us If the Shoe Fits.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing like the first time you ever hear him.
Oh yeah.
Blew my brain.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's like first time I heard Leon, I was like, man, this don't even feel real, man. This is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Same way I feel about it. Like this is unadulterated. Just
kicked my rock and roll brain right open. I think that you'll definitely hear where Leon got a hold of us for certainly in the second album.
By the second album, you can tell Leon got a hold of us.
So Sean's been growing this scruff out for 9 months since we got this thing, and so they do kind of similar to this, where they have tunes at noon, and so we're playing Tuesday at noon at the Church Studios, and then it comes with a tour and 2 hours of studio time, and John Lennon's recorded on that board. We all know that the board, I mean, yes, you can sound good on a board, but you can also sound good not on a board, but it's still cool to be that close to that cool of a board. Check that out.
Yeah, so
I
thought I heard something.
I hear noise out there. Just make sure he hasn't gotten loose.
He's not
I
going
know.
to
That would be bad for somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody, whoever opened that door.
Oh.
So anyway, so then after that, then we head to Albuquerque, then we head to New Mexico, and then we'll see some friends in Arizona, and then we head over to California for the Cracker Thing, camp out.
Go see a whole bunch of our friends.
A bunch of our friends, and it's going to be like this big musical, this like love fest. It's great music, great people, and it's going to be, we're really looking forward to it. And then after that, we burn and turn straight back to Georgia for Richard's thing, and then we head to North Carolina and we pick up Chet. And Chet Nichols, one of the best living singer-songwriters that we have encountered in our travels.
And some of the best live delivery you ever seen on a singer-songwriter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, live, he's even better. I mean, I love listening to his music,
man, live,
but live,
so
he punches you right in the, gets you.
right.
So we're going to pick him up and bring him back to Illinois with us, and he's going to do some shows with us in Illinois at the Music Box, and then also at Laura's Secret Garden. And then we head to New York, and then we'll be near Washington D.C. for another memorial, and then back to North Carolina, and around and around, around and around. We'll be even in Colorado and Wyoming in between now and then.
That'll be something else that I think would be great. I think right on y'all's turf and territory, but physical, whether CD, vinyl, whenever it comes, is, man, you know how fun it was? The most fun about that record I cut was going to indie record stores, pitching the record, driving. I bust one open, listen to it, let's listen to it together. It's like, okay, I'll take that.
All
You know,
right.
just kind of building that relationship up.
Might have to
And
Yeah,
You
our
know, but
fantasy
that-
is to drive around with a couple of them, at, at all times, and be able to,
Yeah.
but just
Johnny
they're
Appleseed.
on consignment, but it's like it's that back to that genre or style of people to where
Yeah.
like he's a head and he's gonna tell other heads, and then like
Oh, yeah.
now you got the people that like that style of music, they're on it.
Mhm.
But you know who Loretta Lynn is, right?
Hmm?
Loretta Lynn.
Oh yes, I do.
Her and they got in the car, and drove around to the radio stations and made them play her records. That's what they did.
That's kind of what we do.
So that's kind of that's
Taking people hostage.
that's what we
an
say
hour
when
at a time,
our
just like
modus
this.
operandi is. Nobody's coming looking for you. You gotta go force feed yourself upon them.
That's always the funnest and most interesting part to me is like that's proof of concept. I think as musicians or anybody creative, I talked about this a few episodes back. I'd like to open it up again. Is we're observant, sometimes narcissists, and we're looking and writing and telling these stories that we've seen personally or been told, and oftentimes just validation is completely gone. You just looking for anything, and then that proof of concept is, well, I can't even give this shit away,
Well, that's something because we talked about that on one of the podcasts with you with the proof of concept, and that was one of the things with the album that was kind of burning a hole in our butt was when do we know and how do we know, and always looking at other people for validation and listening to this, and people would give their feedback, and a lot of times they'd comment on something that we were like, but we like that, we picked that on purpose. No, we were talking about this. And that was when we decided, it doesn't matter. We need to make it so that when we listen to it, I want to listen to it, and that when we listen to it, that we enjoy it. I do drawings and art, and I hate when I look at my art and I don't like it. I like looking at my art when it feels good, and I wanted that same for the album, and that was our proof of concept.
Mm-hmm.
And that was every time we knew if we could that one note or that one whatever note was, then it had to go. It had to go. So
we had to make ourselves happy, and that was in the end. That was ours.
So there might be things in there that irritate people, and there might be some things in there we missed because we got told, that we've listened to these songs so many times in their demo version that we've lost sight of them to an extent because we were firm on what it was that we wanted to sound like, and we had that.
We were really.
We were like, well,
we could have gone a couple different ways with production on especially the front of the album, but we decided that ultimately we really wanted it to sound
like our
where
Midwestern
we're from.
town, like what it sounds like. We wanted it to sound like what it sounds like.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Respect.
So, you don't have to like it. I do. I've listened to it probably, I don't know, 1,000 times, and every time I'm like, yeah, that's my album.
I mean, we just sat with it front to back. And right when you was telling me a little bit about it before you put it on, and you were telling me it's kind of it's a concept record. I was like, I like concepts. And, and just from the open of it, it's like, is there things that I hear or things I would have done different? Yeah, but it's not mine. The way it was done was the way it was supposed to be. Just accept it, man. All right. We'll do 3 more questions. We'll walk around the door. How's the best place to keep up with y'all? Those listening and watching, social media, website. What's the best way to stay in touch?
Well, I'm highly active on the Facebook because I'm Gen X and a MySpace baby, and I landed in Facebook land, and it works for me. Sean's kind of does the Instagram a little bit, and then we have a website, and I do.
Mostly, I try to stay off Facebook and social media because I have a
I didn't
way
mean to cough
of
in the
just
microphone. Sorry.
pissing people off, and as my friends say, Sean, you have a way about you. So I
wanted to punch him the first time I met him.
So
I like it when you stop in.
takes that.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
It's like, man, there was and I don't want to get into too much detail, but you said exactly what I would have said. It was sour grapes. And the people that was picked to be a part of this, and I guess he didn't make the cut.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And man, you tit for tat said exactly what I would have said.
He has such a way with it too, doesn't he? He's so good at it. That's why I usually let him go and
Well, I've just, I just felt like there's a lot of people that have put a lot of heart and time and effort and thought into this thing, and man, I just didn't feel like he, not to talk about it, but didn't feel like he did the same whenever he said that, and maybe he should.
Well, because again, the beautiful thing about music and art is it is subjective.
It is.
And if it wasn't subjective, and if there was hard and fast rules and for everything, then most of us wouldn't get to do it.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
so
frankly,
it has to be.
I wouldn't have wanted to be the judge. Been a judge yesterday.
So whoever it was that was judging it, that decided
No way.
that it was their choice and it was their right to choose, and that's the way it works. You don't have to like it.
Lots of talented people, man. I wouldn't want to have to be the one to pick.
No, that was amazing.
No.
That was amazing,
Mhm.
and it doesn't serve anybody to be petty unless your name's Tom.
That's right. We always say if you're gonna be petty,
Might
it
try
better
to
be
be
Tom
petty.
Petty.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, it was. I thought the whole thing was bizarre, and thankfully, man, I wasn't involved in picking anything. Did I sit down and listen to everything, everyone? Yes. I'm glad I didn't have to do it.
Oh man, I couldn't even imagine.
And I disqualified myself immediately. Right when I saw the names and the list of people that was on it, I said, I would be partial.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't be a part of this.
Yeah, totally understand that.
I had to step out.
Ultimately, I think the thing is that the thing that was missed by that gentleman is that this was something that was put together so that everybody wins. And what I mean by that, it's not everybody gets a trophy in that kind of negative way. What I mean is this is something that was put together everybody gets to participate, and everybody gets to win. It's an event that was there was nothing, and now there's a reason to get together with people.
Right, because even if your song didn't get selected, you can still come and listen to the ones that did. You can be inspired.
You might meet your best songwriting friend there, or best guitar player friend there.
There's so much to win even from not being selected. Just being a part of something, it matters.
There was one cat. I guess he knew I had listened to everything, and he didn't make the selection. And he wrote me, and he was like, "Did you hear my song?" I said, "Yeah, I heard both of them." I did. And he said, "Just out of curiosity, man, and be honest." He said, "What happened?" I was like, "Well, dude, if it was me, if I was part of it, guitar work, the composition of the song was fine." I said, "Problem is your words. I can't relate to you. I don't know what the hell you're talking about."
Because it's subjective.
And he said, I said, "You told me to be honest with you," and I was like, "I don't know if there's anything you can do to fix it. I don't know why you would change it. It's just me."
Yeah, right, exactly, man.
Right. I mean, they're your words. Step behind them.
Yeah, exactly.
Either stand behind it or don't. And
that's kind of what we had to learn about.
That's kind of what we had to learn about ourselves.
We
cried many a times trying to be, because you want to win the popularity contest. We're kind of bred for that, but then realizing that no, it's not. And we always say that we're not in it for the money or the fame, even though we always make jokes about wanting to be famous and discuss it. We want to have more money than we know what to do with, of course. I mean, but truthfully, that's not what we're here for. I don't know exactly what, but the adventure has certainly been worth it.
That's a big part of it.
But but if you're going to create something and create art, then you had better do it for something more than just somebody else's approval, because you will be let down.
Yes, indeed, you will.
Yeah, that's kind of back to that validation thing, right?
Yeah.
I fell into that that little pit. I fell into it for months. The only time I would pick the guitar up is if I was going to host that open mic. I wouldn't take it out of the case in the bedroom. I kept the guitar here forever. Ended up giving it away. But anyway, I liked the way the guy played it. And I was like, I think that motherfucker's yours, dude.
Yeah, right. I don't think I would make a guitar.
That's a cool concept though, because there's tons of cheap guitars and people always giving away. You can have it where you have them here, and then you can we give away guitars all the time. Somebody will cross our paths with one, and we'll pay it forward.
Yeah, does. Like there's a good many of guitars in rotation right now, and I learned that from Fire Camino.
Dude's brilliant.
Oh, man,
I love me
that
some
guy.
Fire Camino.
That's my
Crazy,
buddy there.
crazy son of a bitch. I love him.
Bob and Lightning.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think the world could use a little bit more fire in there.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I agree. I try to plan as many things as I can with him.
Oh, heck yeah.
Well, speaking of which, we got a T-shirt. If he needs to come by here, Fire, if you're out there, come by Al's Spirits because he's got a T-shirt for you.
Yeah.
I think I remember to bring it. I
I'm
carried
pretty
it around
he
with you
did.
for 2 years.
We've been carrying it around for a while. It's
But then
gotta
I
be
took it
in.
out because we were cleaning out the earth, and then I took it out, and I was like, ah! And then I remembered to put it back in, and then I think.
I think it's in there.
Man, all the shirt show I've done in the past, like I love it whenever I see the monkey shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That thing still floats around.
Dude, I saw one at
Last
Munson
night,
Brothers at the
one of the
Crooked.
kids in the kitchen had
That
one
one,
on.
I was
Yeah,
like,
he was
what?
like, I didn't. He's like, I thought you guys were gonna be here next week. He was like, I just wore this random. Like, that's great.
Cameron.
Yeah.
Cameron. Yeah.
Hey, sweet fella.
Yeah, we have quite a few people out there. It's pretty fun, go out in the wild and see
See 'em.
people in their shirts. And our friend Sarah Jane was making shirts there for a while, and those are so you get to see like our friend Erin made some shirts, and then we have 3 of our own designs.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you can tell like which era it was that people knew us depending on what shirt they're wearing. It's kind of fun.
It's a lot of
I keep mine pristine.
Oh,
fun.
I wear it around the house when I'm not doing anything. And
Which
then-
one do you have?
Oh, this is the one with the faces.
Oh
Oh,
man, the
okay.
soft with my mug on it.
The
Yeah.
gray one with the water tower is the softest though.
Yeah.
If we ever get to make T-shirts again, that's the kind I'm doing.
Oh, that's one thing I've been loving doing with those shirts is and making good shirts.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't do like that.
Don't
Don't
do
go
it.
cheap.
Don't do it, man.
Don't do it.
Like wear something you would cut grass in. Wear something that you would go to town in. Make up something nice.
Yeah, and something
Don't
that's
be a
comfortable.
bum.
Something that's comfortable enough for you to sleep in, so
Yeah.
you can be a bum.
Yeah.
Because I live in a hearse.
Oh, yeah.
I go for comfort.
Gotcha. Maximum comfort. Just to give people an idea about a live show, and by the way, you're about to get a little taste of that, a 3-song set for Close on Sundays. But how would you describe a StiffTone live show right now?
It depends on the hour.
Depends on fairness. Depends on the bar or the venue. I mean, am I wrong? Cause you go, we try to play the room. So sometimes you go in and you kind of go in with your more,
Lay back.
yeah. And then some places you go in. And
We
you're
got booked recently to play this show on a Sunday afternoon, and it said it was a hotel. I'm not gonna say the name out loud or anything, but it was something hotel, and it was a Sunday. So I was thinking it was gonna be like a brunch Sunday, quiet, like play our pretty songs. And no, it was not a hotel. It used to be a hotel, but it's changed over to a bar. And everybody there on Sunday was there at the church of the bar, and they had no intention of listening to pretty little light songs. They wanted us to give them the bar experience, and so we're like,
yeah.
all right. So we did.
Yeah. So yeah, it just depends on the place, really.
Depends on the
but,
place, but yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think that we mix a little bit of humor, a lot of sweat, and a bit of rock and roll, and we try to have fun. We used to take it super seriously, and then we'd have meltdowns, and now we're just
Yeah.
up there trying to enjoy ourselves and making sure everybody else is too.
Yeah.
But if you're not, at least I'm going to.
Right.
That's why I like Porch Fest. I always like putting y'all in outside stage, inside stage, because I was like, you're getting 2 different shows.
Yeah, it was different. You're outside or inside, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it really does depend on where you see us and the day and the hour. I mean, because like it usually takes us a good 45 minutes to get the juices
Geared up.
going. Yeah, you play the first set, kind of reading the room, feeling it, seeing what kind of music they're into, and then the next 2 sets, you either got them or you don't. And if you don't, then you do your own thing anyway. And if you got them, then you just keep going.
Remember back when we were traveling with Groove Johnson, Cosmic Gravy, and we were doing all that.
Mm.
Man, it was typical to play a 3-4 hour show. And like we were rowdier places, and I mean that's what they wanted, that nasty funk blues. And man, I remember one time we got booked to play a 45-minute set. It was the funniest damn conversation. I don't remember. might have been Hunter that brought it up. He said, 45 minutes? We just getting warmed up.
Right?
He said, I don't know how we're gonna do this. I said, we better start in the car and walk it all the way to the stage. Then.
That's amazing.
That's what we got 45 minutes. Are you kidding me? I'm just
We
going to
did-
start warming up by
Two of
then.
our last shows were only 2-hour sets, and we were like,
What do we do?
what do we do? Which ones
Oh
do we
my God, what do we do?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, so,
And so we ended up playing for 3 hours.
so our 45-minute set, yeah, that's exactly what we did. Started in the car, went all the way up to the venue.
And then played for 3 hours. Oops.
Well, guys, anything else to do or plug before we wrap this up?
No, not really, other than,
I didn't hear the actual question.
Anything else?
Plug.
Anything
Oh.
to plug? Anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, check out our album, Existentialism on Main Street, Folly Ado, recorded somewhere near you.
Yeah, and the StiffTones.com is a good place to find our bands in town link, and like I do try to put the stuff up there, so there will be a link for the album and all that stuff. So if you don't like Facebook, you can go to StiffTones.com. And you can email us. It's the StiffTones at Gmail.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yes, hate
Send me
mail.
that hate mail.
Yes, give him something to
Give me
rail
something to
against.
rail against when I get up.
Yeah, something other than me.
I've been real fortunate, man, with that. Whether it be comments, DMs, or emails, just sweet. I've been waiting on something nasty to happen.
Man, it's.
He used to play video games all the time, and he played Battlefield, and he was on the PlayStation.
I was a
He would-
griefer.
He would get like at least, if he didn't get 2 to 3 hate messages a day, he was like, I'm not doing my job.
I'd, go out
So,
land
yeah.
helicopters on people, take off, stab people. I'm just griefing people.
But, yeah, I grew up
So
the
they
world
send me
benches
hate
on.
mail, and they're like, Rachel, I got one. Take a smoke break.
Let me read it twice.
Oh, this is great. This is fantastic. He's really
He really
buttered.
hates
He's
me.
mad.
I hit a nerve.
Clearly, I had an
I
impact.
found the button.
I hit his button from all the way over here. No, yeah. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, you can, and also, man, we're pretty friendly, approachable people. So if you just want to say, hey guys, I saw you on the highway or whatever, I'm following you or whatever.
Oh yeah, I love
Probably
a
respond to
good.
you.
I love a good Tanya sighting.
Yeah, we get pictures sent to us a lot.
Yeah.
We love it. Hashtag Tanya sightings.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a good little collection. Very nice, I guess. This is Rachel and Sean Steve, the StiffTones, StiffTones.com.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Bands in town, September 21st. The record is out. Support that. We are out of here.